So today is round 2 of the comparison. I've changed the tuning a little bit. Using the power tuner, I have what did I do? Taken out some fueling at idle because I've been reading online and they say it comes pretty rich, and add some spark. So I've done that, and I put the same mapping on all 3 bikes. So what I want to do is basically do a cold start and see how many kicks each one takes to start. So, and then try and ride it real slow and see how they compare on the tight stuff. So obviously this bike is not equipped with a lower first gear, so I should be putting either a recluse or even like a larger rear sprocket or a smaller front sprocket. But at the moment I have the recluse, I haven't installed it. So let's see how it starts. Okay, good kicks. 1, it didn't go all the way. 2, 3, 4. 4 kicks. I believe last time it was 8. So maybe it's better. Okay, let's see how many kicks this one will take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I could have used the E button, but I wanted it to be consistent with the YZ. So choke pulled. Let's see. Wait, wow, okay. 1, 2, 3. So let's say 4. So 4, 7. Let's spin it up and see. So kill the choke. Temperature is about 100. Let them all warm up. Meanwhile, just take it for a spin. So the goal right now, the temperature is past 100. Still in first gear. Want to climb this. Okay, stalled it, right? So obviously I didn't even like lug it, and it's just almost like lost spark. So that shows how this could be in the woods. So obviously you can see the engine RPM, I'm keeping it a little high because I don't want to stall it. One more time. stop here. Yeah, it gives you the scare factor. Like it makes me afraid that it's gonna stall, and that makes me want to slip the clutch a lot more than I would like, you know, and that's the thing. So when I'm keeping the accelerator a little, when I give it a little bit of gas, even though I'm not clutching it, the bike's not stalling. So the real problem is, I think at zero throttle or very less throttle, that's a problem. So I had to step down. So let me back on the pegs. Oh, see, that time I did not even let go of the clutch very hard. But the thing is, these clutches tend to grab, and even though you think you're feathering the clutch, it's not enough. You almost need to slip the damn thing, right? So now 1, 2, 3. So you don't want to be doing that in the woods, and that's the problem with the bike. It's real nice when you are going fast. So I have the Recluse with me, so I'm going to install the Recluse and see how it is, you know, and hopefully that'll solve my problem. Okay, so obviously these bikes have been getting real warm, so I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill this too, right? And what I want to know now is, when you try to restart, how many seconds? Okay, so I don't have a temperature gauge. Instant. A little bit longer, right? So I'm killing that. I'm going to take this for a ride. Power, you know, like, bike is lovely. Okay, so once again, the thing is, I can feel the inertia of the flywheel pushing me, like, or maybe the low first gear. Like, the way you feel it is, you never feel the engine speed dropping too low or troublingly low, you can say, that you feel the need to cover the clutch. When do you cover the clutch? You cover the clutch when you feel, it's gonna stall, I gotta like cover the clutch. And when I say cover the clutch slightly, you know, just slip it a little bit so you know you're in control. On this bike, I don't feel the need to rev the engine. You can hear the motor. It's lugging very low, and it doesn't give you that sensation that it's gonna stall, and that's a big deal. It gives you that confidence, and when you have that confidence, you would do things that you would normally won't do. So now, pause here. Let's see how low I can keep the engine speed and not stall. Yeah, so I didn't have to rev the bike up. I just had to keep it at a low RPM, and I had the confidence that it will not stall on me. And that's exactly what you want to do on a tight woods section. So I really like that. That's why these FX models are hard to find, and they're more expensive than the YZ models. So right now I'm on an incline, and I'm able to keep the bike almost, like, when I say almost, this is a big incline. I'm able to keep the bike from rolling backwards just a little bit of my clutch. You can see I'm rolling forward, but I'm holding my roll with just the clutch. Okay, so maybe that was a little too much, but I really pushed it. I wanted to know when it will stall, and the place that this would stall is significantly better than a regular YZ. So now at this moment you could start it, or there you go, right? And then just try to ease off. Hopefully. Okay. So yes, it will stall if you push it, or if you want to try to find out where it will stall. But I think if you are going to ride it normally, this bike would stall 50% less than a YZ. And you have this really low first gear, and even the second gear is actually pretty low. I'm in second right now, so back to first. So it has really usable gear ratios, first and second. And then when you want, it also has the sixth gear, so that's really useful. Okay. This bike also always makes me feel like it's a little lean. Must be the sound of the exhaust. I did fix the clutch. It has all 6 springs and 6 bolts now. Maybe this bike needs a little bit more fuel. We'll see. Yeah, it doesn't rev up or raise the front wheel as much as the other bike. So it almost feels like the yellow bike is running richer. It's just my gut feel, because when I get on the gas, that bike wants to just snap, and this bike makes me feel like it needs more gas overall, right? It could be that exhaust, but I'm able to lug it. I was covering the clutch. You can feel the engine speed, how low it was. So it will stall. Let's make it stall and find out where exactly is that point. The YZ, it stalled when I thought it wouldn't stall. Now let's try and make this stall. So from here, bigger incline. Okay, we made it stall. Neutral. All right. So I feel bike needs a bit more fuel. Something to do with that exhaust. Definitely needs more fuel, because the other bike just dug into. So simple thing, right? I'm going to be here flat. You could tell. Now I'll do the same acceleration on the yellow bike. Okay, so I'll come back. So that tells me it's a little on the leaner side. It's just my feeling, so we'll try that out. Yeah. was that? That was unbelievable, right? The way the front end just laughed at itself compared to the other bike was incredible. Okay, let's try it again. This bike seems to have a lot more go, in my opinion. Place where I did the other bike. So yeah, the bike wants to sit up. It wants to bring, it feels like the bike's more crispy. If I can tell you, the bike feels like boom, I want to go, like boom, more like that. This one feels like there's a hesitation. So I'm gonna change the fueling because this one has like some kind of crazy exhaust system. So most likely needs maybe more fuel. Makes all the nice sounds, but you can see that bottom end, the hit on the bottom is not there, you know. Almost feels like this bike has the idle is hanging. Almost feels like this bike either needs the throttle body adjusted or something. So anyway, that's not the comparison today. I'm not trying to compare why one bike runs different. It should be about is the YZ that much stall happy? And I would say yes. We can try again, but it's not going to change the fact that I can't have the confidence on this bike that I have on the other bike. I love this bike, so maybe with that recluse in it, you know, has a lot more compression too. Brand new piston. Oop, has to kick you back. Yeah, you don't want to do that in the woods, right? You don't want to stall it. Period. So, will this lift the front end up? Let's see. Oh yeah. Any time of asking. Now I do have to see if the red bike has a different gear ratio. That could also be why the yellow bike lofts the front wheel, but it does feel like the red bike needs more fuel. That's just the way the engine sounds, it needs more fuel. So I'll give it more fuel. That's why you have the power commander. So trying to go through this. So the only way to use this bike is to always slip the clutch. Whenever you are in need, you slip the clutch. Just a little bit, you slip it. And it's happy. It's happy to slip the clutch as much as you want, see? It doesn't seem like I'm slipping the clutch, but I'm slipping the clutch. So what do you really need? You could use a heavier flywheel, or you could put a recluse, which I have and I will put, and I will definitely report back on how so I'm slipping the clutch there. Now I'll show you how it feels like without slipping the clutch. It doesn't sound like a big difference, but it feels very different. So now I'm not going to use the clutch. So I have to go much faster because I still have to keep some gas to make sure I don't stall. But if I don't slip the clutch, and if I don't try to go fast, or if I need to go slow, let's see. So I'm just covering, but I'm not slipping. So there was a moment there that it almost wanted to die. Maybe the terrain changed and it decided not to die, you know. So that's this bike is the more rev happy. I really like how playful this bike is. So we can make this a reliable bike in the woods with a recluse. I think that'll be a winner. Then I may want to like keep her and one of these. All right, so the conclusion, the YZ needs a recluse, and these bikes have kind of different fueling patterns. It's running lean. I'm not able to tell which bike I like more, but I'm only going to keep one. So we'll ride more, take it to the woods, and then see. Okay, cool.